I feel like my favorite cartoon character honestly would be Cindy from the Boondocks. Because that's like me. That's like...
After a video resurfaced showing Billie Eilish using a racial slur as a teen, many people on the internet were outraged. Now the singer is being slammed again for saying that she identified with a cartoon character from the Boondocks. I'm going to get into all those details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. Billie Eilish has sparked some more backlash for herself after saying that she identified with Cindy McPherson from the cartoon show called The Boondocks. This character, though, is said to have been a satire of suburban white girls who appropriate black culture. This recent outrage comes just 3 weeks after she was forced to apologize after using a racial slur. In the clip posted to Twitter, Billie said, "I think my favorite character honestly would be Cindy from the Boondocks." She then went on to say that this character was her if she didn't have good judgment. In this interview from 3 years ago, Eilish praised Cindy's bossy attitude and then mentioned several more times how she loved how much Cindy would stand up for her friends. Although unbeknownst to Billie, this character was meant to portray a white girl from the suburbs that uses a black accent and has a ton of stereotypical black interests, while at the same time is oblivious to racial issues. Because Billie said that she related so much to this character, people then began calling her a culture vulture for admitting that she enjoys people that appropriate black culture. The post quickly started to go viral on Twitter and now has over 2,200 retweets and nearly 4,000 likes at the time of writing this. To me though, it just sounds like people finding something else to complain about. Even Twitter is heavily divided on this Eilish controversy. One person wrote, "The show is literally based off of black stereotypes that black people can laugh at, and Cindy's whole character is pretending to be black, so the fact that she relates to her is a little concerning." Although in response to that, another person said, "If you watch the Boondocks, everyone knows it's satire, and that's what makes it funny, is that it's basically picking fun at those stereotypes and kind of owning them in a sense." The reason though for this first debate, according to those complaining online, is that Billie saying she relates to a character like this is a great example of complete ignorance and a bit of a self-own, with another Billie hater adding, "No, it's actually funny that she feels connected to Cindy because they're the same. Cindy is a white girl from the suburbs with no connection to blackness, but still puts on a black accent for no reason, and that's Billie herself." With people piling on to the "let's call Billie Eilish a racist" train, fans of her came to her defense, with one person saying, "Billie Eilish being a fan of Cindy from Boondocks is not a bad thing. I said it. It's a cartoon television show. I don't think Billie being a fan is her being racist. Finding enjoyment in a show that's not about your own culture and liking the bossy little girl is not a crime. I for one really hate that everything has seemingly become racist. The word used to carry a lot of weight to it, and it was often used in a very effective way at pointing out someone with bigoted opinions that were harmful to society. Although now people are just using it as a word for people that they don't like. It's a cartoon show." On the flip side of things though, that old video of her that resurfaced where she is clearly mocking Asian people is an appropriate time to use the word racist, but when you just use words as a blanket statement for someone you don't like, it begins to lose its meaning, which means that when a real racist shows up, there will be no difference between them and someone like Billie Eilish. That's just my personal take on that, but I would love to hear what you think about all of this. And while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled "Top 10 YouTubers We Never Thought Would Return." Alexander says, "I'm surprised that Shane Dawson is back. Ugh, I thought we were done with him back in 2020. Please make a part 2. Oh, we will definitely get on a part 2 for that. And yeah, I'm also surprised that Shane Dawson came back so quickly." Applesat says, "I personally was a bit surprised at Onision's return, but at the same time I kind of expected it. He's just fallen out of relevancy and everyone knows to avoid him, so I ignore his existence." Yeah, it's not like he can just, get a job at Walmart or something. It made sense that he came back, but it was also unfortunate that he came back. The Infinite Verse Saga franchise says, "Johnny Rogers, nice haircut and greetings from the Infinite Verse Saga." Greetings to you from the Infinite Verse Saga. Rainbow People says, "Wait, people actually thought PewDiePie wouldn't be back?" I mean, a lot of people did. A lot of people that aren't on YouTube saw this one controversy and Disney dropping him and all these other companies dropping him and just assumed that that meant he wasn't coming back. But little did they know he has 100 million 9-year-olds standing behind him. Alex Ashman says, "I used to watch Onision a long time ago and quickly stopped. Didn't like his attitude towards things, and then the stuff he's done started coming out after I stopped watching him." Well, it's a good thing you stopped watching him. Either way guys, that's been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy YouTube, or at least try.